All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. You ready? You're good? Okay, so I want to thank everybody for coming out for our 15th annual, 15 years that we've been around, annual conference. So I know we've been through a lot over the last year. All right, is it on? Is it on? It was. It's on. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Technical. You might have to click there, Dale. It was working just a minute ago.
Is it 19? Yeah. It might be hard to come by this way.
Oh, there we go. Was that you? Oh. So, yeah, we're live and in person this year. Last year we had a pause because of the... Oh. Too dark. Yep. Oh, there we go. So, but for those, welcome again. So we made some changes through the year. We went virtual for most of the last year due to COVID. As everybody knows, we've experienced that wonderful pandemic. Haha. But again, I'm glad we were able to come back in person and meet again. This way, it's so much better and more enjoyable to be able to talk with everybody live and in person and not virtually. That's a little bit of a challenge. So for those that aren't familiar with Ohio Information Security Forum, we are a nonprofit. We talk about cybersecurity, trying to educate users. We network with peers and we conduct training. We share knowledge. We try and get people to come in and collaborate. It's all free. It's a nonprofit. There's no membership fees. Throw a couple graphics up there periodically. So, but again, we focus on educating users about cybersecurity. So, because if you guys learn what the hackers do, then for those that are on the defensive side, you can take that back to your employment and help to try and defend your networks and your systems against people trying to get in. So that's what we want to do, is we want to educate users, and we do it for free. So we meet monthly, usually on the second Thursday of the month. Lately, we've been doing it at 7 because we've been virtual, but June was Daryl came and presented our first month back in person. And so we may go back to our original 6:30 kickoff time. So no membership fees. We provide food and drinks out there we have food for breakfast. If you guys didn't get any, feel free to go out and get some. We have lunch coming in. And again, all this is done by donations throughout the year from everybody. So the only thing that we kind of ask is that you help contribute to the meetings and help share your knowledge. If you come up with something that you came across and you think, hey, this is kind of cool, and you want to share it because somebody else might learn from it too, that we ask you to come out, maybe present and share that information with us. So board members, so Dr. C, that's me. Paul, Paul's in the back. He's our treasurer. Charles could not make it, so he's our secretary. Dale Schellenberger is another board member, and Jason, he was checking you guys in. He's in the back as well. He's new this year. He just joined us back in May, so we now have a full board membership. So that was good. We had a vacant position for quite a while. So if you see us around, just come up and talk to us and say hi. And if you have any questions about OISF, just feel free to ask us. So, we need you to help sponsor this because we want to keep it free, right? And so we're always looking for sponsors to help with paying the costs. Unfortunately, it was a bad year. We didn't get any platinum sponsors this year. People were pretty tight with the purse strings and stuff like that. So MTSI gave us some money. We got a couple guys that are on the board. So. And there's some stuff outside for that. Again, we didn't have any silver sponsors either. But the other way we get money is through Amazon Smile. So I don't know if people are familiar with that, but we do donations. We get a percentage of things that are purchased. And if you use the Amazon Smile link and select OISF, we get portions of that donated to us. So if you want to do that, if you click on the QR code, it'll take you there. So these slides will be available after the conference. We'll put them up on our website. So in case you didn't get a chance to scan the codes. Another way is you can make a donation, right? So right to PayPal. That comes to us as well. So you'll see some of the banners up. Again, we try and keep this free for everybody to come out. So unlike some of the bigger conferences, you got to pay a couple $1,000s to go to some of the training. The monthly events that we do, we cover the pizza and the facility. So we're back here again, and again, we have to use the facility here. So we cover the expenses for all that stuff through donations only. So because we are a nonprofit, and it is tax deductible for you or your organization if they want to make a donation. So, all right. So huge thanks to some of they're not our sponsor, but they've done a lot for us. So IRG is the new realty company that owns this facility, and they're letting us use this place, which is Miami Valley Research Park, but they're going to be changing the name of it soon because it's a new realty company and they want to change the name. For those that checked for Wi-Fi, I think everybody saw the name. What was the name? Sixth River, right? So that's going to become the new name of Miami Valley Research Park. So you should be seeing that soon coming out. Of course, the pizza we get from Cousin Vinny's, they give us a great deal. And then Glass Hatch Studio for some of the speaker stuff. We'll see that later today. So, all right. So we are on social media. Not great at it, but we do it. So trying to get everybody to follow us on LinkedIn. So if you hit the QR code or Twitter, we try and share information out, at least about the meetings at a minimum, monthly. So always look for that on LinkedIn. Dale and I are pretty good about that. Paul and now Jason have the Twitter, so they're doing pretty good about doing that kind of stuff. So, hit us up on the social media stuff so you can kind of track us. You can also go to our website, and it'll have the monthly information there as well. So, did you get it? You good? Is it working? Anybody testing it? I got a thumbs up. So, or you can contact us, right? Send us an email. Info that goes to all the board members, and that does work now. So I know 2 years ago we had some issues with that. It wasn't set correctly. We figured it out, got it working. So, but the QR code will pop up an email, and you'd send us an email link. So if you're interested, you can send us an email, or if you have any questions or want to know where the next meeting is, topic, that kind of stuff. So shoot us an email. All right, so upcoming dates, the rest of the year is our monthly meetings. So for those, and it'll be back in here. So we were doing virtual, but now that, we'll have to see how the Delta and whatever else comes out, if that's going to allow us to continue to meet in person or not. So, but these are the dates. If for some reason we do have to go virtual, then we'll put that word out. So, but these are the dates that we're going to have for the rest of the year. I think the 18th is in, was it the 18th? Oh, we moved that back a week. That's right. Because it was originally scheduled the week before for November because of Veterans Day. And that's an actual holiday. It actually falls on that Thursday this year. So we decided to move it back one more week. So it's the week between Veterans Day and Thanksgiving. So we pushed it back a week for that one. Because make it easier. All right. So I always like to steal a little... I thought I got a kick out of this. I don't know if everybody else did. So we all got Kenny Loggins, right? So for those that know who Kenny Loggins is, I don't think we have any younger guys who may not, younger folks don't know who Kenny Loggins is. I'm all right. So, now I'm really showing my age. All right, so just a couple remarks. I found this report, came out about maybe 2 months ago, a month ago, something like that. So Trend Micro, 2020 Annual Cybersecurity Report. Pretty good information. You go out to Trend Micro's website and find it. I forgot to put the link up, but just want to talk about it real quick, how they, last year was pretty big for a lot of cybersecurity stuff going on. And, the big thing in the news is, of course, two things, the COVID and the ransomware. So last year was huge for stuff that went out related to COVID-19. Obviously, because a lot of the hackers are taking advantage of the pandemic putting the fear out in people and saying, click now to do this or to get your money. Remember, we were getting all this free money last year, so we don't have to work. But a lot of targeted attacks. Some of it was on critical industries. All right, those are the malware attacks. And then the COVID-19, because everybody shifted to home, and then they were offering all this free money to help offset people not working and stuff like that. So. But the other part is the cloud and the IoT stuff in mobile environments. So that's a continuing rise. So and Daryl's going to talk about some of that a little bit later today. Some of the mobile and IoT stuff, right? Yeah, sort of. So perfect. And then obviously the vulnerability. So we need to make sure that we know what and understand what those vulnerabilities are and how to protect them and how to fix them. So that's the big thing. And then, of course, a lot of these defensive measures are becoming more complex, and they're multi-layered security things that you need to put in place. So one of the things that you might see on some of the websites, credential phishing, right? I don't know how many of you came across this, right? They're looking for to steal your information. So then this was in the report. This was one of the big areas. They want to steal your information through credential phishing. Create false logins and then make you think that you logged in properly. They do a man in the middle where they relay the information. Or they just grab your stuff, make it look like an error, and you sign in again. But by now, they already got your information and all your login stuff. So that was one of the big things was credential phishing. Malicious spam. Obviously, look at those huge number of email subjects that were compiled over the years. And look how many, 16.3, almost 16.4 million emails that are related just to COVID-19 with those subject lines, majority of them. So that was just last year. And that was in the report that they put out. So I thought that was pretty interesting to see the numbers of the attacks and the way the defenses that we need to make sure we understand and are protecting and taking care of. So, or if you are really a bad guy, a different way to do it. So, and then the home IoT, right? So that's another big area. Everybody went home, right, because of COVID. So now where's the focus going to be? Where are you working from? You're working at home. What are the security measures at home? Usually they're not as good as the enterprise. So people are like, not worried about my laptop, not worried about my iPad or my phone or my home router because no one's going to attack that. But now that you're working from home, you have a VPN in. If they can get in through your home router and then get to your laptop and then use the VPN into your enterprise, now they're getting all that information. So that became another huge focus area. So, and of course, social media, right? How do people think they're getting hacked, right? They think there's some guy they're hacking and they're not. So, but social media answering all those lovely questions that you see on Facebook. Anybody do those? Hopefully not in this crowd, but I got to remind my friends periodically that are not into the information security side and remind them not to answer these questions. So, because you wonder why the question set changes. If you ever wonder, when you're answering your security questions, why, some of those change, and then you see these questions pop up on Facebook, that's why. So, anyways, so standard disclaimer we got to put up there because we're going to show a bunch of techniques that you may try. And if you do, that's great. But don't try it on somebody else's network. And if you get caught, right, don't come saying, hey, well, I learned that at OISF. And so we have to throw this up there to keep ourselves out of legal trouble, right? So anyways, we cover, especially during our monthly meetings, we get into some of the very technical depths of how to actually, crack Wi-Fi or some other DNS or, cross-site scripting. We get into those things. So, if you try that, hopefully you can set up a lab at home. We had a couple monthly meetings where we talked about how to do, Kali Linux on a Raspberry Pi and how to actually do that, or build a home lab. So you can practice this stuff at home and it'd be fairly cheap. So, all right, so today's agenda, we've got a great lineup, right? So we're going to start with Philip. He's going to talk about inside the mind of a threat actor, and then Mike is going to follow up. So Philip's going to be virtual. He's down in Texas. And then also we have Edmund later this afternoon. He's going to be virtual as well. The rest of us are here live in person, which is great that we are able to meet again. We're going to have lunch we're going to bring that in. We're getting pizza, Cousin Vinny's Pizza. And then when at 3 o'clock, because it's our anniversary, we're going to have some cake. So we'll have that at 3 o'clock. So we'll try and keep on schedule with this and take the breaks appropriately. So